Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're going to be starting a brand new series on my channel that I'm calling Temptation Station. So essentially what this is intended to be a video about some of the products that maybe tempted me over the month, and then what, if anything, did I spend my budget on, and then what I have remaining, just kind of an update on basically my beauty budget and what I'm kind of interested in. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So there were a few things in January that I was very, very tempted by. The thing that I was tempted by the most, let me scoot over just a little bit. Let's go this way. That way I can insert some pictures. The thing that I was tempted by the most was the new palette that was released by Sydney Grace. For those of you that maybe haven't seen some of my other videos, Sydney Grace is by far one of my very, very favorite brands. I absolutely adore their eyeshadow formula. I have their Autumn's Rain palette, which is easily one of my top 10 favorite palettes. I've raved about it on my channel before. I have a whole bunch of their single eyeshadows, which I absolutely love as well. They are just very, very quality. I have some of their liquid eyeshadows. I've got a couple of highlighters. I have some of their loose eye pigments. Love, 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 love their brand. And I would have purchased the palette as soon as it launched, but it was $52. $2 over my monthly budget. So I was good and I didn't buy it. Spoiler alert. But in February, I make no promises. It looks so, so beautiful. It's been getting really good reviews. It sold out almost immediately. So hopefully in February rather, I will be able to buy it. I know that they were doing some back orders that are due to ship in February, but I don't know if they'll have it again for purchase. But when they do, I'm definitely going to buy it because I'm so psyched about it. I'm so psyched about it. So I was also tempted by a couple of other eyeshadow releases. You know that I have an eyeshadow obsession. I don't need any more. I just want more. So the ABH collaboration with Amrezy, that one is very, very tempting to me. It is got a lot of colors that are right up my alley, and it has been also getting just great reviews. ABH has a beautiful eyeshadow formula, and it's one that I'm very, very tempted by. Very tempted by. Additionally, Dominique Cosmetics has come out with their Latte 2 palette, and again, her original Latte palette is one of my top 10 favorite palettes in my collection. I stinking love it. I think the quality is really, really beautiful. I think the shades that were in that first release were very, very smart. And in looking at pictures of the new palette, I am very much in love with it as well. I think the only shade in there that I'm just not quite over the moon for is Matcha, which is kind of a minty sort of green. I'm not huge into pastels personally. I just don't feel like they flatter my particular skin tone. But I still really love the rest of the palette. Who knows? I might find a way to make that mint work for me. Anyone's guess. But yes, super duper tempted by that as well. Becca has a new concealer out that actually released back in December, and it was on my wish list in December, and it's something that very much has tempted me. I like concealers. I don't have a ton of them. I have more than I need at the moment, but I do like concealers, and this one said to be, you know, nice and brightening. And for some reason, it just really caught my eye, and it was something that I do really, really want to try. So that has been a big temptation for me as well. I'm also really curious about the new foundation from Bite Beauty. I'm a little on the fence with the brand as a whole though. I have always been a big lover of Bite Beauty. It's their reformulation of everything and their kind of rebranding that has me a little bit on the fence. I know for a lot of people, their agave sleeping mask was their holy grail product. And I have still a little bitty tube of it. I genuinely wish that I had picked some up before the reformulation, because the reformulation is not getting good reviews. It's not getting good reviews. So that's really disappointing. So it makes me a little bit leery of some of their new products as well. So there is that, but I am genuinely very, very curious about the new foundation that they're launching. I looked through the shades just on the Sephora app. I'm a neutral undertone, and I just don't know how I feel about this shade range for me personally. I think it's one of those things that I'm going to have to go in store and kind of swatch to see what I think of the shades. But yeah, definitely a temptation there. And then finally, a cleanser. I know, super weird. But Ole Hendrix released a cleanser, and I love Ole Hendrix products. Everything that I've tried from them, at least in their vitamin C line, which this is in, I've just absolutely adored. Their Truth Serum has been my holy grail for a couple of years now. I really, really enjoy it. I'm not currently using it because pregnancy, and I just stopped using everything. But yeah, genuinely very, very interested in that particular cleanser. So yeah, I think those, if my memory is serving, oh no, I lied. The Lunar New Year release from MAC, that highlighter, that looks so pretty. Do I need another highlighter? Absolutely not. But that looks really, really stunning. And honestly, MAC always kills it with the packaging. Always. I get it's the year of the rat and this is a dragon. It's still beautiful and I still want it. I know. I have a sickness. So those were all of the things that I was tempted by in January. So did I buy anything? And the answer is no. It's the beginning of the year. I just started this budget. The resolve is still very strong. So I haven't purchased anything. If you haven't seen my video, my 2020 goals and beauty budget, then let me just quickly recap the rules of my budget. I have a $50 a month budget, but it includes everything: makeup, hair care, skin care, body care, the whole shebang. So it is definitely something that I have to be very calculated and very deliberate about my purchases. So I now have $100 going into February, which is nice because, again, if I can get my hands on that Sydney Grace palette, I have every intention of buying it. But yeah, so I know this video is going to be incredibly short because there weren't a ton, I don't feel like, at least there weren't a ton of releases that really caught my eye. And that's kind of hard to say because I feel like the beauty space is just inundated with releases that it, for me at least, I feel like it has to be something really, really special to really catch my eye and be like, yes, that is what I want to spend my money on. And I'm hoping that kind of the tone of the industry is changing a little bit, in that we've had this sort of warm look trend for the past few years. I really thought that we were going to start leaning more cool toned in 2019, but I think maybe 2020 is the year of the cooler tones. And that's one of the things that I love about the Sydney Grace palette, is that it does lean a little bit more neutral to cool. But I feel like a lot of the releases that are coming out now are just kind of more of the same in different packaging. And when I really stop to look at them and try to think about them in relationship to what I already own, I probably already own the majority of those shades, just in a different format or possibly different formula. So it's been a little bit easier in January to not use any of my budget. But I also know myself, and as the year goes on, it's just going to kind of build up a little bit and I'm going to want to buy something. But anyway, I will stop rambling. Let me know, did you buy anything in January, or were there releases that you were really contemplating on which side of the fence did you fall on. I would love to know. Definitely in the comments below, give it to me. I love the discussion that goes on down there. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time.